So anyway, we are on the final floor. Right through this door right here, we'll meet the guy once again. But for the final duel. Before we do, though, we have to actually find his weakness. And we can find the weakness right here, behind this gate. That's right, purple Pikmin flowers. So yeah, even though you can only come in with blues, doesn't mean that you can't create Pikmin other than blues in the cave. So you have to make it all the way to this floor, and then actually convert your Pikmin to purples when you get here. And that is the trick behind beating Mr. Waterwraith. And you can even have this geyser too if you really want it, but obviously I'm not going to go for that. Okay, let's go ahead and... Well, I'll go ahead and knock down this gate too. Anyway, we're actually going to use our Boldman for the flowers, because, I mean, that way you don't have to sacrifice any of your own Pikmin, so... The Boldmen are absolutely perfect for this part, so... Definitely try to save up your Boldman for this, because they'll definitely help you out big time. Okay. I don't know why I'm flowering these guys up. In fact, it's probably pointless to do that, so... Yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. Is there still another purple flower? Nope. Okay, I got them all. In that case, I'm going to put these guys to the side so I can focus just on my unflowered Pikmin, which I should have been doing in the first place. Okay, that works. Was not expecting some Matites right there, but that's what I got, so hooray for that. And I'm just gonna use these guys and flower everything up right here best I can. My Pikmin are probably gonna pick up some of these, which is fine, because I've already repaid the whole debt at this point, so... Okay, I think that's all my leaf Pikmin. Looks like it anyway. So, let's get ready, guys. Let's get ready to fight the Waterwraith. You guys are probably thinking he was a big challenge. You know, I mean, he was practically invincible. How the heck are we gonna beat him? Well, like I said, purple Pikmin are his weakness. They really are. Okay, I gotta be kind of careful though during this phase because he is invincible at this point. Or not invincible, but he is threatening. Gotta throw him right on him. And then finish him off. And there we go. But it's not over yet. Here is his real form. A giant wimp. During this phase, he's just going to run around like a weirdo. And then whenever you get him stuck in a place like this, just keep assaulting him and the battle will be over in no time. And that's it, guys. That's the Waterwraith. The most dangerous enemy in the entire game for the first 4 floors, but then a complete wimp right after that. So yeah, here's our last treasure before we pay our debt. Even though we could technically pay our debt with what we have right now. So let's go ahead and grab all our Pikmin to carry this last treasure back. I'm also going to try to get my Boldman flowered up, even though it's not going to matter, because if you couldn't figure out, you can't actually take Boldman back to the surface. The Boldman will just disappear after you finish a cave. But they won't count as being losses to your Pikmin total, but if you do lose a Boldman in battle, they do count as a Pikmin loss, so keep that in mind. I know it's really stupid because they're supposed to be enemies and they don't actually count towards any of your normal Pikmin, but they do count. I know for a fact they count because I lost one in my practice file and it counted it, so yeah, you can lose Boldman, and if you lose Boldman, you actually get a blemish on your Pikmin totals, so keep that in mind. But we have the Professional Noisemaker. How insulting! This object's coloring is more eye-catching than my own hole. I shall connect it to the alarm clock our esteemed president was so fond of. Processing complete. I have refiltered both objects into a pluckaphone. Now, simply blowing your whistle will inspire Pikmin sprouts to pop up out of the ground. So yeah, instead of plucking Pikmin, we have something that's really, really easy, so hooray! Alright. Well, guys, we're done. That's it for the submerged castle. Alright, that's awesome. So yeah, let's escape to the surface with our Pikmin. All 100 of our Pikmin, we say bye to the Boldman, which don't come with us. And there we go. Treasure salvaged. That's a lot. And no Pikmin losses either, so that's it for the submerged castle. I'm so happy. We're done. Let's save our game. And let's go back to the surface. However, we're not going to be at the surface for very long, because not only do we have like 5 or 6 seconds left, but we've repaid 100% of our debt. So the ship's going to end the day immediately and take us back to Hocotate. I love that confidence right there. Poor president. He's living under a bridge right now with a bunch of animals. Feel sorry for him. But there we go. Back to the home planet of Hocotate. It's been fun repaying our debt. It really has been. And we'll miss our Pikmin friends too. The red Pikmin, the blue Pikmin, and the yellow Pikmin. They will all be missed. Huh? Uh-oh. Well, it seems like we forgot someone. Or rather, left someone behind. And the game ends with that. Louie's all alone on the Pikmin planet. Poor Louie. Well, this is kind of a sucky ending. But if you guys couldn't figure it out, this is not the real ending. The game is actually not over yet. This is just the first ending that you get for repaying the debt. There is a second ending you get for getting all of the treasures in the game. And, you know, I am going to get all the treasures. I'm not going to make this the end of the project by far. So I'm not really going to close out anything. It's kind of pointless to close it out at this point. So we'll just watch the credits, admire Louie and his adventures on the Pikmin planet, and just, you know, leave it at that, I guess. And then next day we'll return to Valley of Repose, do everything there, and then there's actually a fourth area that gets opened up after we start this next part of the game. So after we do the Valley of Repose stuff, we'll start right there on the new stuff after that. So, and then after that, it'll be the end of the game. So we're definitely more than halfway done with the game at this point, but we're definitely not done. There's still quite a bit to go. I really do like this credit sequence, though, I have to admit. I mean, it is kind of sad, because he's all alone. But, I mean, graphically it looks beautiful. I love this credit sequence. It looks so nice, it looks so, again, like I said, beautiful. They did a really good job with this. But don't worry, Louie, we'll come back for you. And then we actually get a glimpse of our totals. And I'll definitely be going over this after they scroll through all of them. Basically, you get something like this whenever you repay all the debt, and then you get another one of these when you finish the entire game. So you have kind of a halfway total and then a total, if that makes any sense. But anyway, let's go ahead and go through these. The first one we have is how many days we spent to get to this point, and obviously I made it to 8. On my practice file I have 9, so I was 1 day later in my practice file. Pikmin lost. No Pikmin lost here. I did lose one on my practice file, though, that Boldman I mentioned earlier. Pikmin lost a battle. Basically, any enemy that doesn't have to do with anything with the obstacles, and then also leaving them behind. 0 once again, and I lost 1 in my practice file, obviously. Pikmin left behind means Pikmin that you do not get in your possession or back to the ship at the end of the day. 0 here, 0 in my practice file. Pikmin lost to fire, 0, and then 0 on my practice file. Pikmin lost to water, 0, 0 on my practice file. Pikmin lost to electricity, 0, 0 on my practice file. Pikmin lost to explosions, 0, and once again, 0 on my practice file. Pikmin lost to poison. This is getting very repetitive, but 0 and 0 on my practice file. Pikmin born. I'm actually kind of surprised here, because I raised 245, but in my practice file I raised 246, so I'm surprised how close I was with that. Red Pikmin born, 41, which sucks. Of course I had to build that many Pikmin. Yellow Pikmin board, 27. Not the lowest I've had, but, 27. That's still a very low number. Blue Pikmin born, we have 92. I sprouted less in my practice file, though. White Pikmin born, 25, and 20 in my practice file. Purple Pikmin, 60, which is actually the highest at this point, but, I guess I raised a little more here in my practice file than I did in my very first file. And then total playtime, 704, slightly faster on my practice file, but only slightly. And yeah, those are all the categories, but I'm going to save my game. And then it's going to ask us if we want to continue our adventure. And I am going to do this just so we can see the next cutscene, because there is a cutscene that you get as soon as you start this next part, so... Let's go ahead and go back to Hocotate. So in Louie's place, we have President of Hocotate Freight, who's actually going to join us, so... We have a replacement Louie, so to speak, and we also opened the 4th area, Wistful Wild. But that's not where we're going to go next. We're actually going to go back down here to the Valley of Repose. Also, if you couldn't figure it out, each of the areas is actually based on a different season. Valley of Repose is winter. I believe Perplexing Pool is summer. Awakening Wood is spring, and Wistful Wild is supposed to be fall. So that's how that works. Now, let's go to the Piclopedia and look at what we have here. When you get to this point, the enemies actually start to have numbers. And this way you can tell what enemies you have not seen yet. And to a much larger extent, you can see what vegetation you haven't interacted with yet either. But anyway, let's just go through these really quickly. First we have the Boldman. The careening Dirigibug, which we also met in the submerged castle. And then we also found this vegetation, which was the shoot. Gotta love that shoot. And then finally, our good friend, the Waterwraith. Oh, Mr. Waterwraith, you're so scary. And there's actually only 4 more bosses we haven't seen yet, which is kind of weird. I didn't expect to be this far along, but I guess that's true, so... Wait, let me think. 1, 2, 3... Yep, only 4 more, so that's good. Okay, now we're going to go to the treasures. I think we definitely have some series completed. Or maybe we don't. Okay, never mind. Well, either case, we do get some numbers here, so we do have an idea of what series or what treasures we have left to complete a series. So, like in this case, we only have 1 more bottle cap to get. Here, we have 1 more battery to get, you know, that kind of thing. So, that's really all I have to show off right now. So, let's go ahead and go back to area selection. And I think it's about time for me to end the video. This has been SlimKirby. This has been Let's Play Pikmin 2. We've completed the Perplexing Pool. We've completed the Awakening Wood. Next time, we're going back to our beginnings and going back to the Valley of Repose. Also, if you couldn't tell, our ship is now golden, which is really cool. But yeah, that's all I have to say. So, see you guys next time for the start of Day 9. Later, folks.